Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Hey,
Katrina Swathwood,
Hello,
and Brian Pasfume this week.
Hi.
If you are a regular listener, you will have listened to our episode with Alan and Parker, our new 9 to 5 Nerds lunch break episodes. And I just want to let you know that is probably going to be a Patreon episode. I wanted to give everybody a taste of what they're going to sound like. They're not all going to have Parker on them, but they are going to be, short 20 to 30 minute episodes that we're going to release on Patreon kind of regularly, hopefully once or twice a month. So I just wanted to let everybody listen to one of those. Parker had a lot of fun. He may be on an episode again in the future.
too much fun.
Yeah, he had a lot of fun doing it. He was really excited. He made sure to plug his YouTube channel.
nice.
Yeah. But as for this week, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. I wanted to do not a big of a recap as we usually do. Everybody out there is doing recaps right now. But I did want to touch base on maybe top 3 movies. Can anybody pull that out of their ass? Not right this second, but I mean, I'm talking about it right now, so
Yeah.
you can think about it. And it sounds like all of us did the Bandersnatch thing. How weird was that blonde guy in that?
The computer programmer guy?
Yeah.
A little.
A little?
You've seen him in stuff before, right? Yeah.
I had looked him up, and yeah, I had
The Revenant, at least.
I've never seen The Revenant.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you guys get the ending where you just have your dude jump off the building?
Yes.
You picked that in? Well, I'm curious. So if we're talking about what was the natural ending you guys got, and I wouldn't count saying yes to accepting the video game studio invite because,
What do you mean by natural?
like, at what
Like
point?
it doesn't give you the selection.
Did you guys get the secret ending that has where he puts in the separate cassette tape and it does that weird noise?
No.
Not so sure about that one.
If you get that one, I guess that one's a really hard one to get. What it does is he puts in a separate cassette. It goes to where he's on the bus listening to music. He puts in a separate cassette tape and it plays these weird noises. I guess if you play that noise through a certain computer system, it'll bring up Nosedive and you can play it on your computer.
That's
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we got that ending. We spent probably 2 hours on it.
we did.
Katrina,
Did
myself, and Alan.
You went through it naturally at first, right?
Well, I don't know if you call it naturally.
Were you guys
You didn't
shouting,
follow a
do
guide
this,
or anything.
I want to do this. I mean, you watched it without knowing what was going to happen. And you just picked what you
we
thought
didn't
was-
follow a
well,
flow
we-
chart.
No, you just thought, like, this is the best answer.
No,
answer.
I don't think we did the best answer.
Our first thing was
Him
we want to see
dying.
if this guy kills himself. That was
Yeah.
our first ending.
Oh, okay. So you actually picked, I'm going to jump off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
then
showed the end?
And then it went back to where the blonde dude jumps off.
Oh, it went right back to that point?
Yeah.
It,
Well, you
it,
could go.
it goes back and gives you another option.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes back way far. Like, sometimes it
Yeah.
might take you back to the psychiatrist.
Tell me you did the Netflix ending.
I saw it. We didn't click it at first.
Oh God, that's the best.
It's
Did
so
you do
much
it,
fun.
Brian?
Were we,
Yeah,
yes, but I
it
don't
says-
remember when
it
it
says-
happened. Is
it
that where he
says-
hits his dad
he
in the
goes
head with
to
the...
the-
No.
He goes, ends up in a therapist one
Yeah,
way or the
it says
other.
"Give me a sign," and it
This
says
is where he fights his therapist?
yeah,
Yeah, that she was awesome.
and then you fight your dad.
It's
Or
fucking amazing.
you see what happens if you don't fight the therapist?
No, you jump through the window, right?
You want to, and then the director yells cut, says, Mike, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do the action scene. And then he's like, my name's Stefan. It's like, Mike, are you okay? And it reveals the whole set.
Yeah,
is the
dude.
actor's name Mike? in
I
the
think
show?
so, or whatever it
Nice.
is.
I'm going to look it up.
Well, I'm just making up the name. If I assume it was the actor's real name.
Oh,
And the guy's,
Mike.
I'm Stefan. What am I doing
It's like,
here?
that's not as cool.
Yeah.
We're going to need to call somebody
There's
in.
the
And that was the ending. Them
Nice.
calling a psychiatrist.
Did you see the ending where it went to the future and the blonde guy's daughter
It's programming.
is in the game and you get her to pour? Well, we got her to pour tea all over her keyboard.
Yeah, it was one. I think that's one of the truer endings because your game gets a perfect 5 out of 5 in
Yeah.
that ending.
Yeah.
That's the only one to get that. So yeah, I went back through the movie just to find that ending and watch it.
It was definitely fun. I mean, to do the pick up the picture twice ending goes to the guy who wrote the Bandersnatch book, and it goes to him cutting off his wife's head, right?
What?
I
Well, that's what
see
he
that.
did. I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
Ross is
actually-
not- Fine.
it goes to the guy that wrote the book.
Is this the first time any of you have done Black Mirror at all? Have
Yes.
you watched
No.
any of the other...
We haven't watched any other one.
Season 3 and 4 I've seen.
All right.
So 12 episodes or so.
Why'd you start at season 3?
Because that's when it got popular all over the place, and I just never went back yet. I mean to.
Why wouldn't you just start at season 1?
It's all separate episodes.
I understand.
It doesn't really matter if it's
When
like Twilight
season 3
Zone,
people
right?
said one episode in there won best episode on IGN one time. I'm like, I'm going to see that.
Well, I mean, the only connecting feature is the song. is episode 2 of season 1. There's a song that somebody sings, and that song is then prevalent in every single season.
There's a couple other links because some
Is it? But it is like Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah, there's individual.
it's like sci-fi
I don't know,
Twilight
it's my
Zone.
own principle.
It's
of-
not like
Twilight Zone is like sci-fi Twilight Zone.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's more like
What kind of answer is that?
near future science.
Well, I mean, but
Twilight- like things that could happen. Like
Are you telling me pig doctors don't make human people?
no,
what about the
it's more like
astronaut thing?
what's that?
The one where the lady's like trying to kill the little the lady's trying to kill the alien, and it ends up being like a USA astronaut.
I don't remember that one.
That was a really famous one.
Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, these are all
USA astronaut.
these are all like tech related.
There are Russian astronauts.
What if?
Well, I'm trying to think of which one he's talking about.
Like one.
It's a lady, and I think she's in her house. And I've seen it a handful of times, but it's been 15 years. And there's it's a little round
Oh,
astronaut.
wait. You're talking about Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about then.
Right.
I thought you were talking about Black
He's
Mirror.
trying to say that Twilight Zone is sci-fi.
Oh,
So
sure.
Yeah.
Black Mirror one episode if Facebook controlled everybody and they're like.
No, I
user
get what you're
score.
saying.
So it's tech related, not science, I guess.
Well, I mean, but at
Tech is
that time,
science.
Yeah, but it's specifically like everything has.
He's
a
trying to
twist.
say they're different, but they're not.
well, no, I'm saying that the technology at the time for the Twilight Zone, they were looking into the future on certain episodes as well, but they didn't have. I mean, the technology from when the Twilight Zone started to now is a huge difference. We can somewhat project what could happen in the future.
I would say every episode centers around. It's not like everything is about like in the near future, technology can do this and this for a dating app, for a video game, for like solving a murder case, the CSI version of it, and that's or freaking retirement home stuff.
Do you have a favorite episode?
San Junipero.
Oh, well, that was the one that got the Emmy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Got an award.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch it again.
I like.
I'm a fan of
episode, but
Bryce Dallas Howard's.
I like that one.
Yeah.
And I like the one with the Starship Enterprise.
That was a good one too.
Yeah,
It was the only time
I don't
that I
know.
ever saw Corey say something changed his life.
Which was what?
I told him to watch San Junipero. I don't think he ever
Oh,
did.
Nope, he didn't.
well, yeah. He said he hadn't watched any.
But there's some links because the Star Trek-y one was like had the same tech from the San Junipero one, like the same chip in the head.
Sure. I just know that the mom from How I Met Your Mother was in that episode.
Nice. I like her.
Of
Yeah.
which
Did
one?
you see Game Night?
Yes, I
Yeah.
just watched it.
That creepy fucking cop is in that one.
You know he's married to Kirsten Dunst?
He was in
Is he?
Breaking Bad.
He was in Breaking Bad.
What did he do in Breaking Bad?
They were at the train heist, and he killed that little kid that came up on the bike.
He's a pesticide.
Oh!
guy. Yeah. So he's the main character in one of the Black Mirror episodes. He comes off very creepy.
He came off very creepy in Game
And
Night.
everything.
I think that's just how he is.
I
Well,
haven't
it's-
seen Game Night.
That's
I
his
think that's
angle.
what Kirsten Dunst likes.
I listened. He had an
Snugglety.
interview with a podcast that I don't listen to anymore, but he talks like that too. He's got that. He kind of keeps his jaw clenched.
What are you guys
Talks very
doing?
slow, yeah.
We should do a whole episode that way.
No, thank you.
The jaws
probably start to
clenched and
hurt.
see how far we can get.
No, the two big things were of last week were Bandersnatch and Bird Box. Have you watched Bird Box yet?
Watch it the day it came out. Just be like, I want to watch this.
I haven't watched it yet. We were planning on watching it this last Saturday and Bandersnatch, but we did our 200 highest rated movies, and it took probably like an hour and a half to go
It
through
took
those.
really long.
So we didn't get to watch it yet.
I think the list
Maybe
is
this
on the
weekend.
desk.
Bird Box is all right. I've seen a lot of stuff. Like 40 million people have watched it. It's great. It's pretty entertaining.
There's some star power behind that, I think.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although now the complaint is people are saying, "Oh, the lady from Bird Box," as opposed to saying like
Sandra Bullock.
any other movie that she was in where she's far more famous.
Well, over like a 10-day period, we watched Mary Poppins,
Yep.
Aquaman, Game Night, Tag,
Part of Tag. I guess we finished it here.
yeah,
Blockers.
Blockers,
Nice.
and we watched 4
Venom.
episodes of Shameless. We watched Venom. Yeah,
Smallfoot.
Smallfoot. We watched a lot of stuff over like a 10-day period.
Jeez.
Yeah, Venom. Liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Did
that
you have
out
it?
already?
Has anybody seen it?
I saw it.
Yeah,
I
I liked it a
fell
lot more than I
asleep.
thought I was going to. It was
Did you wait till
entertaining.
the end?
Yes, he looks weird with hair.
Yes, he does.
But no, I watched that. I liked, and even though some of the other movies weren't good, like Blockers, I still enjoyed watching it.
It was fun.
Did you watch it,
Yeah, I like Blockers.
dude? I like John Cena's daughter.
Yeah.
She was so good.
She was funny.
She was like the breakout character, like in Superbad. How that was kind of a breakout for them.
Yeah.
I could see her doing other stuff.
For sure.
And John Cena was funny.
I like the guy, not John Cena. I don't know the other guy's
The
name.
other comedian?
Ike something. I love that
He's
guy.
in the
Ike
league.
Barinholtz.
Yeah, he's in a couple things. He was in Mad TV back in the day.
He's in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gave it a B.
and he was in.
You
Bright.
gave Aquaman a B too.
Yeah, and that was just fun. Like Anthony swears that movie was like
Amazing.
amazing.
I
Did you
was
see it?
falling asleep during the action scenes towards the end.
Oh,
What time of day was it?
we saw it
It
at
was late.
10:30.
Well, that's why.
What are you talking about? Sorry?
Aquaman.
Any of us go see it. Well,
Well-
were you getting tired?
I watched
The
the whole thing
action
without falling
scenes
asleep.
were really, really long.
They look very epic.
It was the
and
last
large.
movie I saw of 2018 and the first one I saw of 2019.
Oh,
You're so clever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you say someone at work? Did you say see you next year?
And I avoid that
No.
shit at all costs.
Why would you say that?
Well, the thing is, I don't work from I didn't work from December 21st to January 6th, so nobody was talking to me about that shit.
So that joke would be really, really bad,
um,
is what he's saying.
Got it.
but no, Aquaman was just, as Alan would put it, it's a popcorn movie. It was a fun movie to watch. Super cheesy over the top at the beginning, and but I really liked some of the character design. Like some of it was really cool. Like there was 5 different kingdoms, and one of them was like these crab people, and they were really cool looking. Like I liked the design of those characters a lot, and the battles were really epic. But
I was very surprised that Willem Dafoe was in that movie.
yeah, I didn't even remember. I don't even remember him having seen him in that. But I liked Mary Poppins a lot.
It was fun.
It was a good movie. Have you seen that yet?
no,
That seems like something you should see. You like Mary Poppins?
probably not a theater movie.
Really?
Why
I thought
not?
you really liked Mary Poppins.
The colors look so much.
I saved theater movies for like the epic popcorn movies.
So Aquaman, how'd you like it?
That's Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yeah.
You're going to see it this Saturday?
Yeah.
So you're going to see it with Anthony and Sonia again?
No, are they watching it?
Yeah, they're going this Saturday. I don't know. I just figured Anthony liked the movie a lot.
No, news to me.
It's gonna bomb the movie.
Why are you planning on going to see it this Saturday?
I'll be at the mall.
Why are you going to be at the mall? Totodile?
Yeah.
What happened last Saturday? You couldn't see it last Saturday?
I don't even know. I don't even remember where I was yesterday. Why do you ask me these questions?
That's how we can avoid the rain. We'll just all go to Parkway.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
No.
Corey,
What's
I'm
up?
not
You
going to have
know people are
anybody
gonna
to
be
trade
there?
with.
What time is it at?
11 to 2.
If it stops raining at 11, if it says it's going to clear up, we'll go for a walk.
A 3-hour walk.
We park by Funko downtown, and we walk from
Funko
there.
or Petco?
Funko.
Funko.
There's
The
a-
Funko.
Funko has a
office.
headquarters downtown.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
for like
That's-
the last 4 or 5
Come
years.
on, man. It's permanent.
We park by Funko, we walk to Seaport Village, and we walk through there, and we walk along the back of the convention center, then we walk through Petco, and we walk through downtown. It's like a 3.5 mile walk, 4 mile walk.
Okay.
You can get a coffee.
Yep.
All right.
Parker will probably try to get a hot chocolate no matter where we go.
Yeah,
Bring an umbrella.
I have one. I got
We
it
need
at
a
Home
new
Depot.
one.
yeah. I told you that, right?
Yeah, they were good. And $10, and it was quality.
Yeah.
And big.
Quality and big. So you guys want to give your top 3 movies of last year? You're the guest, Brian. Why don't we start with you?
You know what sucks is that like not less than 2 weeks ago, I actually deleted 2 lists off of top movies and top whatever the hell like,
Why?
games. I don't know. I stored it and stored it and stored it for this occasion, and then I just kind of lost faith that we would actually do it.
Just
You
so
lost faith.
We're on the
Yeah,
same
like
page.
I was like I didn't expect it, and then now it's gone.
It's
Movies
movies we've
that
seen-
came out in 2018.
Came out or watched?
Came out.
Because that's a little half my list is I'm a year late. So I like to be honest, Coco's on my list. Then not no more.
Coco came out in...
I
Go ahead.
watched it in 2018.
Go ahead.
No, you said 2018,
No, it's
2018.
fine.
Well, there was plenty of movies that came out that were great. So we don't.
Yeah, Corey.
So
Brian. Katrina, do you have yours?
Well, I'm trying to go through 2 different pictures.
Okay, you guys are all terrible.
I am.
yeah,
I'm just
mine.
going. Yeah, now I'm just going through lists online.
What are yours, Corey? Start with number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
We're actually
I-
gonna rank them.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
I don't.
3 will be Coco.
Good movie.
Good movie. Nearly brought a tear to my eye.
Nearly, but
Nearly.
Corey's a cold-hearted monster.
No,
So
it was a good Pixar movie.
yeah,
I really liked it.
I liked it a lot too.
I like the music to the songs.
Yes, the music. I've listened to the soundtrack several times.
I don't understand what they're saying, but I like it.
Well, if you buy the soundtrack, it has it's like 12 songs plus musical numbers, and they're all in English. And then the second half of the album plays all the same songs, but entirely in Spanish.
That's fine. I think I've heard them all in Spanish because BB prefers some of them in Spanish anyway. But
I know why.
It's doing half
why
of
would
them are in
she
Spanish
have any?
anyway.
Why would she have any regard for your?
No, I just hear them. She don't put them on for me.
Of course.
But this was a year ago when we watched
Yeah.
it. So
Okay, that's 3. What's number 2?
number 2
Aquaman.
is a movie that's not this year. It's Get Out. I watched it this year.
Man, so all your movies for 2018
Are not gonna. That's why I said
except
we
number
should
one's
just
going to be
keep-
Avengers.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was tough. Yeah, I was thinking
Now, if you had to not put those two on,
a Black Panther would be up there, and
Incredibles too.
yeah, that would be up there because I basically gave those movies A's. My book.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I'll double check, make sure there's nothing else. But
Quiet Place.
You didn't
Yeah,
say
I
it.
was gonna
Thanks,
put
yeah.
that.
That was a good movie. Except I don't like the very last scene. I won't say it because he hasn't seen it. But oh, you know what we watched that we didn't say?
It is a bit
Much.
cheddar.
Yeah, I like that cheddar.
Ant-Man too. Sorry.
Ant-Man was on there. Dang it! No, what's that movie? The Ritual that we watched on Netflix.
Yeah.
I really liked that movie.
I like that, and
I
I watched Hush. Both of those were pretty good.
I
But I
think
don't know when they came out.
I think that that might be my favorite movie monster in a long time. That thing
Agreed.
was cool.
Fuck yeah, it was.
The
Yeah,
best
I think
thing
it
to
was
come
awesome.
out of that is that freaking monster.
I
That
liked
was
the whole
sick.
story. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't think Alan's seen it. I wanted to talk to him about what he thought of the monster because it was pretty cool. What's your number 3, Katrina?
I would say it's a tie-up between A Quiet Place and Ready Player One.
Okay. I forgot Ready Player One came out. So did Solo.
So did Solo.
Yeah.
So did Mary Poppins.
You put Solo in? Wait, is that
Did
your
are
number
you gonna
one?
put Solo?
No,
Oh.
it wasn't, but it's still a good movie, and everybody shits on it.
Good.
I think it's because
Yeah.
it's a good movie. It's better than
I didn't say it
Aquaman.
was amazing. I didn't say it's life
It's
changing.
better
It's a
than
good
Aquaman.
movie.
Better than Ready Player One? In your book?
I think Ready Player One has more replayability.
We watched it again recently.
Number 2, Black Panther,
Okay.
and I would say number 1 would be for me is Moon.
Moon.
I really like that movie.
Wait, you would watch it this year?
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
watched it this year.
Okay. I can't remember. I remember somebody saying they watched it. I thought, to be honest, I made Vic watch it this year.
It's so good. Did he
It's
like
a
it?
really good movie.
Yeah.
It's a great
Well,
movie.
I'm pretty sure he liked it. He likes Sam Rockwell and everything.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah, he's really good.
I watched that movie the year it came out. I really liked it. I
Are
haven't
you gonna
seen
see?
it
Are you
since.
gonna see Vice when it comes out?
That'd be cool. I'd like to see it.
Did you see Christian Bale's
Speech?
I
That
heard
was
some
one of
stuff
the
about
things
it.
I had on my list.
Instead of thanking God, he said he thinks Satan.
Satan
Yeah.
for his
I
inspiration.
heard he got a little backlash. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he don't care.
No, whatever.
People keep
Those-
forgetting he's British too. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. So you said 3 was what again? Wait.
Quiet Place / Ready Player One.
Okay, and then 2 was
Black Panther.
Black Panther, and 1 was
Moon.
Deadpool 2 came out this year. I might have put that.
That's not on my
Really?
top 3.
yeah, it
What
came
the
out
hell
this
is
year.
No, I know it
Last
came out
year.
this year, but I mean,
It's
you
a
put
movie
it
with
on
Sam
the top.
Rockwell, dude. It's on Netflix. You should watch it.
It's really good.
Is it a Netflix movie?
No,
No,
No.
it's directed by David Bowie's son.
do
Duncan
not
Jones.
watch Mute though.
Yeah, same guy. Not a good movie.
Oh, like don't watch the movie Mute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't watch the movie on mute.
Don't watch Moon. Listen to Moon as well.
So,
That's too
little
complicated.
side note: I read this that there's actually a cut of The Quiet Place with no sound, and then someone said like just fucking mute it. It's the
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. That was I think I said it on
any
here.
movie.
We saw
Yeah.
that movie at the Lot, which is a very high end theater, and
So loud.
that's a theater where it's not just like you order food, but the food comes on a plate, and it's not the best place to
Fork and
watch.
knife.
Yeah, you can hear
Ambiance.
people's fork and knife and people like setting their glasses down. So I'm all about those higher end movie theaters, but not to see a movie
Loud
that doesn't have
movies.
loud sound.
That's where you go.
Ryan, 3, 2, 1.
1 is Infinity War. 2 and 3 through 10 are all going to be
The jumbled mess.
yeah. I'm going through this and I'm trying to like Incredibles 2 was really good. Wreck-It Ralph was really good.
It was good. I don't think it was really good.
Fine, it was good.
And there's movies that came out that I want to see that I haven't watched, like Black Klansman.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
watch that.
Yeah, ditto.
There's movies from last year, like
It's hard when there's just so much
2017.
stuff coming
Yeah.
out.
Like this year I watched Room with Brie Larson.
I want
watched
to. I want to see that.
I watched
good.
3
Like,
Billboards.
Can I watch that?
So I watched 3 Billboards this year.
I need to watch
Can
that.
you?
Can I watch Room?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Arrival.
It's-
I watched. That movie's kick ass.
That was
Yeah, we
good.
watched that this year. That was a good movie. I like that a lot. We watched that, and Downsizing would be my worst movie.
Worst
of the
movie
year.
of all
The
time.
movie is fucking garbage.
Was it
Awful.
It
really?
was so bad. It was
That's with
so bad.
Matt Damon?
Yes.
It doesn't. It
there was no direction.
It was marketed as a comedy. It wasn't funny at all. It didn't.
I didn't know what it was.
It didn't.
Oh. If my number 2 movie is on Hulu, I think it's Hulu or Amazon, it's called I Killed Giants.
Yeah, I have that comic book.
Yeah. That movie was awesome.
Was it?
I've watched it 2 or 3 times and I loved
Is it on Hulu or is
Who's
it
in
on
it?
Amazon?
I don't know who's in it. Oh, Zoe Saldana's in it.
Okay.
Saldana's in it, and that's the only name that I can think of.
Yeah, I have those comic books. I wonder if they're worth anything now.
Love that shit.
For a while, I was buying the #1 comics for every Image book that was coming out.
I watched Troll Hunter too. That was
How was that?
entertaining.
That's
a
Norwegian movie?
Oh, it's Norwegian, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I like
on
that
Hulu.
movie.
Yeah.
That's on my list of movies I want to watch, but
I haven't seen
them.
them forever, but that is, I found footage movies, and that was done well. I thought it was cool. Bad movies. I know Wrinkle in Time come out last year.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah, hated that movie. Sucked.
Oh,
It can't be worse than Downsizing. It might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Period.
Really.
Although I watched Mute this year, and that was pretty fucking bad too.
no, I'm sorry. Downsizing was way worse.
It was
put
pretty bad.
Bright on the list. I hated that movie.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
I didn't hate it.
Well, I watched it. And I was like, well, maybe it'll get better. It'll get better. There was one redeeming scene in that movie I liked, and the rest just was.
I thought it had a decent
I
story.
like the whole first 3/4 of it. I like the idea of the
That kind of
cyberpunk
world.
style.
I liked it, and then just plays out just like it's just didn't ingrain any of the
What were you expecting from it?
better.
I was expecting a shitty movie, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
with going in with no expectations, I liked it.
I guess as soon as I realized it was the same guy who made Suicide Squad, I should have got worried. I mean, you had like some of the plot. It's been a year since I watched it. Some of the plot stuff just dumb. I don't know. The action wasn't terribly good. One scene with Will Smith capped a couple of his cop friends was badass, and that was it.
Okay.
A couple of honorable mentions. A Star is Born was pretty good.
Didn't see it.
No, yeah, that was pretty good.
Was it better than the other two originals?
What other two originals?
It's a remake. It's like number 3
Oh,
remake.
I don't know. I haven't seen them. But Bradley Cooper was really good. Like, I could see him winning
Not Gaga?
possibly something.
He didn't
was
win
good
at the
too,
Golden Globes though.
But I thought he could win Halloween because I like that. It was
Okay.
cool.
Because I like that.
I do. That's my favorite slasher guy, so I'm all about him. There was one more I was just looking at. Hereditary.
I didn't see it.
That movie was fucking weird.
Did you watch it?
No,
No.
I wanted to.
It was.
Yeah, I wanted to watch
it was
it.
more unsettling than scary. But
I think that
It's
could be
tense.
worse.
it has some tense moments. I had to read a synopsis to figure out what the hell just happened. But once you
That's the
understand
worst.
it is because there's no clear line. It ends and you're like, what? I don't understand what happened.
See, that-
and then you had to go through it and say,
I don't think that's a
okay.
good movie though.
It was entertaining.
If you have to read up and understand why the hell what the purpose was, I don't know if that's a good.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the thing.
I guess
After
it's artsy.
after
It's
I read
artsy.
the justification about why they went to the casino planet in Star Wars, I liked it more than I originally liked it.
Some movies
in
require a
Last
couple
Jedi?
Yeah.
viewings.
Oh,
Did you see Primer?
Primer?
I thought somebody
Primer?
wanted to watch it. I knew it's a time travel. Like any
No,
movie.
that I did want to watch that. Yeah, I
and you
haven't
have to
seen
watch that. If you watch it one time and understand it, I'd be fucking surprised.
it.
Legitimately.
There's a lot of movies that came out this year, and I did. It's my top 3 is going to sound like shit. Number 3, Black Panther. I really like Black Panther a lot. I mean, I liked
great
it more.
movie.
I liked it more than Ant-Man. I liked it more than Ready Player One. I'm trying to think of other movies that came out this year because we saw a lot of movies.
We did.
Number 2, Avengers.
Great ending. Everybody walked out of the theater.
Well,
What?
I was reading a thing on Avengers how it didn't have the typical movie structure. There wasn't really a plot. It was a series of just fights for the entire movie. But Marvel set that up for 10 years, so they didn't have to have all these little.
As a standalone
plots.
movie would have been shitty,
Yeah.
but having all that background as the first act.
Do you think that the Skrulls are going to be the next big phase thing,
Oh, like after.
like
Well,
Secret Wars?
They're gonna set it up
Yeah.
for sure.
Who's dying? Who is dying in Infinity or in Endgame? That's a Skrull. You know it's happening. If it was fucking Tony Stark, it'd be crazy.
That would be a cool twist, but man, that would. If they leave it on another cliffhanger or
Yeah.
of some sort.
Well, they're going to have to. They're going to have to set up.
I don't know, you don't think they wrap it up nicely and then
No,
do a soft restart in a way?
no, I don't think so at all.
Ugh.
I saw that theory that Skrulls
Skrulls, yeah.
Skrulls have been planted as
Yeah.
possible heroes.
Yeah, that's what Spider-Woman, right? Died in Secret Wars, or at the end of the one before Secret Wars, and she was a Skrull.
Right, and she was the first one I think revealed.
Number 1 movie of the year. I've seen it twice now.
Coco.
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
by far. And
I've heard nothing but just amazing things.
so I've
about
seen
it.
that
It is
twice.
great.
Now it's being built up too much. You're gonna hate it.
Oh, probably. I saw it twice. I've seen Infinity Wars 3 or 4 times. I see Black Panther 3 or 4 times. So it's not at this point about being the most recent movie in my mind. It's, I think, me being a person that reads comic books, as big of a fan as I've been of Spider-Man for as long as I can remember, and as high quality as the movie was, it was like watching a comic book. I know some people have had, I guess the frame rate for the first 15 minutes is slower than the rest of the movie. And I never noticed, but I guess
because he's swinging around, and
I guess a lot of people have problems with that.
Does it cause epilepsy or something?
they
They do have a warning.
disclaimer.
But the movie is a great story. It's visually amazing, and the soundtrack's great. I've probably listened to the soundtrack maybe 10, 15 times.
I listen to it at work.
Yeah, I've listened. We bought the soundtrack. I've listened to it a ton of times. The only side effect is the kids are now singing Post Malone.
That's a pretty bad side effect.
You know who he was a while ago.
What?
You know who he is now?
I probably heard about him like 8 months ago for the first time.
He's super family friendly.
This song is. All the songs, like one of the songs in one of the tracks that they use is Hypnotize from Notorious B.I.G., but they only use the music from it. And all the songs that are on the soundtrack were songs specifically made for the movie. There's no swearing in any of it.
It's all family friendly.
Yeah, it's all family friendly. I can't say enough good things about that movie. It might be my favorite movie of the last few years. I expected not much going into it. Even when they announced it, I was like, oh, it's an animated Marvel movie that's going to be terrible.
Cross-platform.
But it is worth a watch. I'm trying to do it unbiased, but I'm fairly certain it's my favorite Spider-Man movie.
See, I think the way they could have made it stronger is have them involved.
Who?
Tobey Maguire,
I don't
Andrew.
care about
I
that.
thought it would have been fun.
It made reference to all of them.
It did.
It made reference to Tobey Maguire, and I didn't catch the Homecoming reference, but it made reference to Andrew Garfield. And
if they would have
and
had
all
them like
that.
on a side, like little at the end, I could add an end credit. I thought that'd been funny.
And I had no idea how they're going to fit fucking Spider-Ham in this movie and make it actually work. And it works really well.
Well, even the anime version,
Yeah.
that was just odd.
It's so weird because the cartoon version is like cartoonish, and then the Japanese animation one is that style, and then the rest of it is like comic book stuff.
Yeah. Could you imagine yourself a year ago saying, like an animated Spider-Man movie better than Incredibles 2?
And no, there's no way. And we were watching the Golden Globes, and I was like, it's not going to beat Incredibles 2, but it deserves to, and it won.
That's good.
I mean, it won Best Animated Film at the Golden Globes. I don't know if it'll win the Oscar, but it's phenomenal. It's really, really
It's
good.
unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, and how often can you say that now? Like, it's really... Go ahead.
Did you see what Seth Rogen wrote about it?
No, he's in it.
He's in a billboard.
I'm gonna find it, but while I do this, you'll be happy to know that I fell asleep during Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Oh, you fell asleep during it? That movie's hilarious.
It's on Vudu, so I'll get it back. But yeah, I fell asleep.
It's so much fun.
There was a lot. Yeah, Seth Rogen was on a billboard in it. There's a lot of. I want to see it again.
I want to
I'll
see
buy
where
it.
the 40. I need to figure out what the 42 is.
I don't know, but it was on the spider that bit him.
It was on the spider that bit him. There's a couple of screens where it's on there too in the background.
Did he say something bad about it? I can't imagine he said something bad about it with it.
No.
I read reviews that say that the storytelling and the way that it was done is going to change the way superhero movies are looked at from here on out. They said it's a complete game changer. I mean, I haven't seen anything bad about it other than some people saying they have, like on Twitter saying they had problems with the animation. And anytime I actually looked into the comments after that, they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I don't like the trailers." And it's like, all right, you don't have to go see it if you don't like the trailers. That's fine.
That doesn't mean you get to discount the entire movie.
Yeah, because it's like, especially for somebody that I read comics, man, it just really felt like
It was a movable comic.
a movable comic. I liked it a lot. I can't say enough good things about it. Brian, find it?
No,
No.
I'll find it. It's we'll see how lucky I get.
He'll find it.
I'm gonna try. It was. I don't want to misquote it. If you fuck it, whatever. Basically, he says it was one of the most visually stimulating and trippy things I've seen. Do with that what you will, just in context. So if you want to go to the movies in an altered state, this might be a good film to do that in.
Yeah,
It's funny.
I guess.
Sure.
And that was my
That's your tidbit?
contribution to this because I didn't see it.
Well, how about the Oscars not having a host? That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Now that Kevin Hart has been thrust into and taken down with old tweets.
Right.
I
Yeah.
thought he signed back on. I thought Ellen got him back in.
He's not doing it.
No, he said he's not going to do it. He doesn't have enough time to prepare.
Andy
So.
Samberg and
When is it? Is it this weekend?
Isn't it-
Sandra Oh.
isn't it in
Sandra Oh did a
March?
pretty good job with the Golden Globes.
Yeah, his joke about the Black Panthers is kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure you didn't catch it,
I don't.
but there's a lot of uproar around that one.
I haven't seen any uproar about anything.
He basically did an undercut to the U.S. government because they were basically snatching and killing Black Panthers back in the 70s. And he kind of made a joke about it.
Yeah. No comment.
Because it wasn't really politically charged. It wasn't
No,
like...
except for Christian Bale, it was funny.
He is just funny.
Are we going to go down the rabbit hole of comedians that are saying dumb shit?
I think everybody said dumb shit in their life.
Well, like, now the story that I read was Louis C.K. making fun of Parkland students.
That guy's just trying to.
He
piss
needs to
people
go in a
off at this
closet.
time.
He just
needs to
shut
go
his
away.
mouth.
Yeah.
Just, you're done, dude.
Well,
It's over.
He's trying to make jokes about kids that have been shot. I mean,
That's not going to go well for anybody.
No.
it's
So, Corey, don't try.
No.
yeah. If
that-
anybody on the podcast was going to try, it'd be you.
What's that to make fun of?
Exactly.
Good answer.
Oh, dead.
Had to. You had to. No, they're not, because I mean,
No, they're not.
the most outspoken.
Storming Congress.
No, they also like showed their tidbits, like the best parts of the Golden Globes. It was them accepting their awards, and that was it. Sandra Oh and Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg won.
He won something. I don't know if it was for Brooklyn Nine-Nine or
What else would have been?
yeah, I don't know.
Are you sure you didn't see the one where he won an award and then she won an award and then that was it? Because they were trying to
That's what I just said.
they were trying to watch. Well, no, they were watching like a clip of like remembering
wins.
best moments, and it was just them two winning old awards for whatever reason.
Nice.
And then Sandra Oh won something, best actress in a comedy.
Andy Samberg. Sandy Amber.
Sandy Sandbergs.
Sandy Sandberg. You saw Pop It, right?
What?
Pop star.
Pop Star.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
was good.
several times. Way underrated movie.
I would say, I don't know why I thought about this, but you were saying how you've seen like Spider-Man twice and Avengers 4 times and Black Panther 4 times. I can put on Infinity War now in the background like I do The Office, and it's
Yeah.
just it's
It's
just
there.
there, and
It's
it's it never gets old.
I when we were up in Sacramento, our nephew hadn't seen it, and he's 8. He's 8,
Yeah.
and we put our Netflix up, and he started watching it, and the kids stayed up late every night. But like, I go in the other room, and Oliver and Parker are asleep, and Dylan's eyes are just
Glued.
glued, like watching this movie.
Awesome.
And it was like the last 15 minutes, but
Well, because his parents
Did
don't
you
watch
watch him
superhero
watch
movies.
everybody die?
no, I watched for a minute, and then I just left. Yeah.
You should walk to the end. This is why you can't have nice things.
So while we were up there, Katrina and I we had to go run around and do some stuff, and the kids were all playing. So we left the kids with her cousin Lisa, and we were gone for like 2 hours. We come back and the kids were all playing and stuff, and they have a park close to their house, and so we were like, oh, I'll take the kids to the park to play tag, and the kids are playing tag and they want me to play, so I'm running around playing tag and
Being
these kids-
super dad.
Yeah, being super dad, and I run up the slide, those big vinyl slides. And Dylan is at the top of it, and he turns to step, but it's the end of the
Platform.
so he falls, and I watch in slow motion as this kid falls, hits something else, launches into the air, and goes straight face first into the ground. I was like, oh shit, I killed this kid. And I had him for like 15 minutes. I'm like, oh my God. And he stands up, and he's like, I'm okay. And you know how you see kids that like want to cry, but they're like, no, they're going to.
Tough it out.
So he sits down, and I'm like, you all right? And I'm like brushing bark out of his hair because he landed like face first. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'll be okay. And I was like, where does it hurt? And he's like, all right here. He ends up having a bruise. I can't show you how big, like 6 inches wide on his ribs, where he hit his ribs.
Is that from that or from when he got beat up in soccer?
No, it was before
Okay.
that, because then he had an indoor soccer game and he was getting pushed around in his bruise. Like, I felt terrible, but he was okay. I didn't kill him.
He's a tough kid.
Oh, I didn't show you guys this. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second and go get something to show you guys.
What are you getting?
I'll take a picture of it and put it up on Twitter. You familiar with Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You familiar with Ren and Stimpy?
Yes.
Familiar.
You guys can chit chat for a second while I go in the other room.
I love log.
What?
You do?
It fits on your back and it's great for a snack.
What are you talking about?
Log.
Fucking Corey. Are we talking about 2018 games?
Maybe.
There's only one game I need to talk about, and that's it.
I
No,
have
I haven't played it yet.
I have 3 games I logged as beating last year.
Only
So-
3?
We're not talking about games
Why not?
Because
Why
Robert
not?
says
Yeah, we
no
are.
games.
Yeah,
because
we
this
are.
is my podcast.
Because
No, we're
Robert
talking
said
about
no.
I'll just unplug it.
We talk about games.
Do you want to go this route?
Well, Robert, you want to talk about your one game?
Yeah, you talk about your 2
what
games.
game?
1 game. 3
Okay.
games. But you already talked about Fallout.
Detroit.
The games I played were good.
Yeah.
All right.
There's Detroit, yeah.
So I was walking through the grocery store, and you know how like a lot of places have like an end cap with drinks and stuff. And I walk back by and I see this beer called Powdered Toast Man. It's brown ale from Out of Bounds Brewing Company, and I'm like, I have to try that. It's a French toast brown ale.
You do not
How many
have
did
to
you buy?
try it.
Huh? I bought 2.
Are you going to keep one?
I'm giving one to Alan and one to Anthony. I drank the third one.
Is it good?
It tastes like drinking maple syrup, and the back end tastes like French toast. It's fucking bizarre. Like, have you ever tasted those Lay's potato chips when they do the special flavors?
Occasionally.
And you're like, how does this taste like biscuits and gravy? Or like corned beef. It tastes like fucking French toast. It's so bizarre.
Huh.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. So I texted Anthony and I texted Alan. They're like, oh my God. And I text Eric, and Eric's like, all right. 'Cause that's how his response is for everything.
Everything.
All right. You can go ahead and talk about your one game.
Well, now that I think about it, there's like 3
Game
games.
of War. I give you 1.
Game of War.
God of War. War of Gods.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
War games. War
Like-
games. That's
Yeah,
your game of the year?
God of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that. To be fair, I have not played Fallout, Red Dead, or Spider-Man. But
It's not better than
out
Spider-Verse.
of the... not better than Spider-Verse?
yeah.
I've been playing game. I'm 34, so I've been playing games for like 28 years or so. It's a top 10 game for me. Like to me, it's better than The Last of Us. And
Wow, that's something. I don't know.
yeah, it was,
Whoa, slow your roll.
well, it's more
down.
actiony too.
Oh,
and
for sure.
But
More action
I just
doesn't
thought there were
equal
more.
better.
There were more subtle things. So do you remember in The Last of Us when they're near the giraffes, like before the giraffes, and he goes to lift her up like a normal
And
animation?
She doesn't come over.
She doesn't show up. Like shit like that was really, really impressive to me. So some of the instances that happened were like they shared the drink, and it was this one like I mean, the whole game is a steady shot.
Yeah, that's,
Things like that were
that's cool.
very nice, and you get this nice father-son relationship dynamic that was interesting.
What's funny is both those games have great dynamics between the 2 characters, and it's a different take on being a parent.
Well, compared to how we've seen Kratos.
How does that
for
compare to your
6
guys'
games.
parental abilities in real life?
I haven't killed anybody lately,
Yeah.
so I couldn't say.
Anyway, it was good, but
I'm saying is I'd be curious as to what somebody with kids thinks of it as opposed to somebody that doesn't. I mean, how does it?
I think you would appreciate.
Does it add an extra layer?
Yeah, I mean,
It's an interesting.
it's a relationship
Case
that develops
study.
over the game, just like Joel and Ellie. Like by the end of the game,
Joel's the bad guy.
well, by the end of the game, they're so like they started so far opposite, and then they love each other by the end. And it's more or less
What's the update on that, man? When's
The
that game
same.
coming out? End of the year?
Never.
maybe, but the
The release it'll get announced in
best-
June.
Maybe.
fact that
Hopefully.
the camera never ever ever cuts in God of War, when you start the game, it's over your shoulder, and when there's a cutscene, it spins around you. And considering
That's cool.
at some point in time, some crap like you would think you need a cutscene, but it does not. Like if you're jump on the back of a dragon and it takes you across the map, it fucking happens. Like
That's cool.
yeah, that alone was like so goddamn impressive.
Yeah,
And the story and the gameplay's tight.
it's very good.
It's open world enough that you don't feel limited, but it's not so big that you feel like I'm not gonna do everything. It's pretty nice, pretty tight.
I'm kind of bummed that Detroit didn't get more play. I wasn't going to talk about it on here, but since you mentioned it, It is. It's not the best game I've ever played, but it's top 5 stories I've ever played.
Okay.
Because I mean, how expansive it is and how it really does customize itself to you. I've never seen a tree as big as those are, and how you can just lose a main character. I mean, and that story ends.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Would you say it took a step above The Walking Dead? Because when
big time.
When you make a choice in that, most of the time it's just inconsequential, even though they may write it off like somebody will remember that.
Everything in this mattered.
It's like branching, like,
and you can see it at the end of the game.
Yeah,
right?
it's
the
really
chapter.
Cool. As far as me, I mean, I beat that, and I don't know what else I beat.
You beat Spider-Man, didn't you?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I beat Spider-Man. I enjoyed that a lot. I liked the story. I liked the game. It lived up to the hype.
Yeah. And I would say God of War is my game of the year, but I haven't beat Red Dead, so therefore I don't feel like I could even compare the two yet.
Well, you mean you can, if we're doing by movies you've watched this year, you can say games you beat last year.
That's what I'm going to go by. So I don't have to do that.
Here's my thing. You ever
competition?
As I was playing Spider-Man, I don't get opportunities to play games very often. So except for I've played Fortnite, not today, but I played it 5 days in a row.
You've been playing with Parker. That's different.
We both have headsets. It's awesome. Like we have it to where we can't hear anybody else but each other. So it's just him and I chit-chatting while we're running around playing.
That's fun. You should get Anthony on that.
Oh, it's so fun. Like, and there was this mode where there's like a barrier down the middle, and it's like that way for the first like 4 minutes of the game, so you can't see any enemies. And then as soon as it falls down, like you've got all your weapons and stuff, there's a fast food restaurants on each side, a big one. Like one is a hamburger and one's a tomato, and you have to destroy the opposite one. And it's just really fun.
That's cool.
But I would stop playing Spider-Man for like a week or two at a time, and I would try to go back, and then you like everybody stopped playing a game and then gone back. You're like, how the fuck do I play this game? Like, I can't get Spider-Man to fly through these goddamn buildings the way I was when I played Red Dead Redemption 2 for like probably like 8 hours, and then I stopped.
You played 8 hours?
I'd say that just because I'm really bad with the controls. Now I've stopped playing it. I played Fallout 76 for probably like 15 hours.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go back to Red Dead, not anytime soon, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to be like, how do I play this game?
I hate this fucking
It's
game.
fine. It's not going to challenge. Like, there's nothing what's like technically challenged. Like God of War, if you forget like the moves by the end of the game, like you're screwed. Like Red Dead it's not a very challenging game.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm accidentally shoot instead of crouch or something.
Oh,
and then I'll be like,
you accidentally kill so many people in that game. You get wanted levels for nothing. Don't worry, you can't avoid that. I don't know how many people I've accidentally killed or ran over, and I accidentally got a bounty for, and then I try to shoot the guy who saw me, and I get more of a bounty. I'm like, well, I just fucked myself. God damn it! There's $140 out of my pocket. Oh well. But
I don't know what my most anticipated games would be of this year because I don't know what's coming out this year. I mean, Last of Us 2 if it does come out.
yeah.
If
I don't know if I have one that has a set date. The only thing I can
Kingdom
think
Hearts.
Yeah.
It's big, Anthony.
I'd have to see a list again. I didn't prepare for this.
I didn't either. I'm not really diving into it. I'm
I'm
just
sure there's probably something we're just not even thinking of that's huge. I don't know.
What's
sure
funny
there
is
some of it's probably games that we won't play, like Anthem. That's a big one, but Cyberpunk 2077.
oh, I might look into
Robert
that.
wanted to
Yeah.
play that.
Yeah. Like I it's again. And
I never
you guys
thought-
tease me for this, but it's hard for me to like buy stuff outright because I'm just like, okay. But if and when they announce the Final Fantasy VII remake, then I'll
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, there's a demo coming out this Friday.
yeah.
And the game
30
comes out
minutes.
like in 2 weeks, right?
Oh, I'm gonna play
Yeah,
that.
It comes out in February.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Again.
I thought it was January.
No, I'm gonna play that demo
Yeah.
and see. I mean, I'll wait to see.
It's a half an hour demo.
Yeah.
You can play once.
Yeah.
And it won't let
You
play
can
it
only
again.
play it one time.
Somebody told me that. I haven't confirmed that. I said, what a
Well,
waste
they
of
said
a
it's a
fucking
one
download.
shot. My guess is it's probably a
The
camera.
Walking Dead
one-shot.
final season's coming out.
What?
It's
Yeah.
probably a one shot
Right.
camera one shot.
I'm a
I don't
season
think it's a
behind.
one shot like you can play it once. I don't know. That's what my
I
guess.
don't
I
know
read
either.
the title. I haven't read anything else about it, but
As far as anticipated movies, Endgame is the end all be all of anticipated movies of this year, right?
Yeah.
Is there? Can't
I mean,
even think of anything else.
There's
coming out.
Star Wars.
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel, Star
yeah.
Wars.
As bad as like the last Star Wars.
Everybody
got,
will still go see it.
When you see a new Star
Oh,
Wars
we get
trailer,
episode 9 this year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Does Homecoming come out this year? Or Far From Home come out this year?
Yes.
Should.
That's in July.
It comes out right after Avengers, right?
I don't know, but
Because we talked about. Oh,
I
how's
think
it
it
going
is.
to be?
I
in
think
that?
it's July 4th,
It could have been before Avengers. People would be very confused.
right?
Dead.
Can you bring up most? What are you doing, Katrina?
I was looking at games. You want movies?
Give me most anticipated movies of 2019.
Give me most anticipated games.
Side note: Firewatch was number 2. That game was really good.
Oh, okay. You played and beat it this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
I beat it like early January.
You know what Firewatch was?
No.
Downloadable game. And
Yes.
I like basically it's just two characters talking to each other the whole game,
Yeah,
more or less. I like the game for what it was.
yeah.
I'm not going to go back and replay
It's my
it.
default
Okay.
default theme because of the music. And the screen changes over the course of the day, like the sun rises.
When you find whatever's hidden in the bottom of that cavern, I was like, I actually felt legitimately sad. I was
Yeah.
like, that freaking sucks.
Dead Kid.
Dead kid.
So I have a list of 35. Is that
Legitimately,
good?
List of 5.
35.
35.
That's what it says.
You guessed the ending.
That'll work.
You can give me like top 10.
Well, they're not numbered.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'll just skip them because I don't think you care about the upside.
What's the upside?
That's with
That's
Kevin
exactly.
Hart.
Glass.
Did you see the primary our initial reviews have come out? Said it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I was talking to Vic today. There's no bigger fan of those movies than Vic.
Uh-huh.
And I said, dude, I haven't seen a review on it yet. It comes out in 9 days. That ain't good.
No, it's not.
And I'm so fucking disappointed. I said, fucking Shyamalan.
That'd be the ultimate M. Night Shyamalan fucking just.
Yeah.
That's like that's
He probably made it for himself
no,
and not anybody
that's a
else.
San Diego Chargers move. They hype you. They get you up here. They hype you up.
Split was so good. And Unbreakable is very good, too.
But in between Unbreakable and Split, what was good?
Devil was good.
I haven't seen that.
That might be it though, because The Happening was.
I didn't see that.
If you want to see a good M. Night Shyamalan movie, watch Bird Box.
Actually, you know what? I liked Signs in theaters.
Was that between Unbreakable?
Unbreakable was the second one.
Oh.
Yeah, Science was, I think, next. It went downhill.
Yeah,
so basically, that was that.
Village was
The
no
Village
good.
is on the teetering point falling off.
I never saw Lady in the Water either.
I didn't see that.
It's
All right, Glass.
weird.
Next.
Okay. Serenity.
What?
It is Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway.
Don't know what that is.
Serenity?
No.
Oh,
Not
okay.
like Firefly.
Don't know what that is.
Lego
Fire-
Movie Part 2.
Okay, that comes out next month. I'm not as hyped for that as I thought I would be.
What was it, sorry?
Lego Movie 2.
Oh. Yeah.
Flare Sky.
What?
Flare Sky.
Don't know what that is.
Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron.
I'm in.
Chaos Walking.
Don't know what that is.
Captain Marvel.
Okay, I know what that one is.
Us. And I want to see that.
I haven't watched the trailer
Yes.
for it yet.
You haven't watched the trailer?
No.
That shit's creepy. Like just the sounds and the acting and ugh.
Who's in us?
It's
Uh,
Peele's new
Pizza.
movie.
And
I don't know
M'Baku.
Okay.
Maybe
gotta see it.
maybe I won't watch any trailers and I'll go in it blind.
Do it.
But then you get Rotten Tomatoed. You always see
Regardless, you think I don't go to Rotten Tomatoes very often unless a movie I'm going to see is
that.
coming
Somehow
out.
it gets linked to you, or one way or another. If
I
you're on the
don't know.
web, I assume you always know all the Rotten Tomatoes scores.
It's because I go to check it to email you or text you.
That's true.
When did you check Glass?
I haven't, and it didn't say the Rotten
There's
Tomatoes.
blurbs popping
It
up
was
on Twitter.
yeah.
Okay, because I legit went there today looking at Glass and said no reviews. So I'm like, you're just stalking that shit
yeah.
if you saw it.
Okay. Moving on. Dumbo.
Yeah, I have no desire
I
to
want
see
to see
that.
that.
I need to.
I just hope he doesn't kill it. Like I didn't like the Alice in Wonderland movies.
They
Yeah.
were visually pleasing to watch.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't see two.
that's
but-
so.
That's not a reason to go see a movie.
I didn't like Charlie and
No.
the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, Dumbo is. It looks promising, but I hope he doesn't do what he did to that other one.
Okay. Shazam. And I want to see
I
that.
want to see that.
That looks fun.
Oh yes,
Yeah, that looks entertaining.
Pet Cemetery.
The remake? Really? Who's in it?
Remaking everything.
Jason Clarke. Amy Sements. John Lithgow.
So nobody but John Lithgow. All right.
I never finished the first one.
Under
Cemetery?
the Silver Lake.
Horror movie?
It follows director.
Oh,
So yeah.
Stylish
that
thriller.
movie. I like that movie.
Andrew Garfield.
Okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, I've heard of that
What's
one.
that?
Pokemon.
Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
That looks fun.
John Wick Chapter 3.
Hell yeah. Hell
Someone-
yeah.
May 17th.
Someone suggested because they have guest characters in Mortal Kombat. Someone suggested they put John Wick. in
Oh,
it.
hell yeah.
Yeah. There's my anticipated game. Mortal Kombat 11 in April.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
What about Pitch
Have you
Perfect
played all
4?
of them?
Is that your
Rocket
most anticipated
Man.
movie?
Are they even making one?
Do you see the excitement in his voice?
Hell yeah.
I never
Before
saw
we
the
get
third
to
one.
it. I forgot Lion King comes out this year.
It does.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm
What's
probably gonna
Rocket
get
Man?
that. Rocket
That's
Man,
Elton
Elton John.
Oh,
But
with
Tarragon,
yeah.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Egerton. Egerton.
Okay. Aladdin,
That comes out this year?
May 24th.
Ooh,
I
can't
hope
wait.
it's good. Like that's my favorite Disney movie.
Is it?
That and Hercules.
Could a
Well,
live
we
action?
just saw this trailer for this one. Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Okay. Hopefully that's okay. Do you watch the last
Did you
one?
finish? You didn't finish the first one,
No.
did you?
Oh,
I can't wait for that.
Okay.
I was all about Kong Skull Island. I
That
love
was
that
good.
movie.
It was fun.
Well, they're supposed to be interconnected.
They are.
But I think the next one comes out in like a year or two.
Okay. Next is Dark Phoenix.
I don't know if I've been
No?
less excited
See,
for a
those are entertaining. Like you still get to see like
superheroes.
apocalypse. Yeah, it's not.
But it's Sophie
terrible.
Turner being the main character. I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel
Yeah,
about
but
that.
do you dislike the actress or the
Did
character?
you watch
she
the
plays?
5-second clip?
no, Hugh Jackman? No.
Did you watch the 5-second clip of Daenerys meeting Sansa?
No, I actually didn't. I heard about it. I didn't click the link.
Game of Thrones is coming out in like 2.5 months.
Yay. Okay.
We've waited like okay. So the guy.
Can
on
we
the,
talk about it later? Because we can. There's another topic about that.
Okay,
Because
okay.
they announced something.
All right.
Men in Black International.
Kind of. It looks entertaining.
Toy Story 4.
Yes.
This is already going to be a good year for movies.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes.
The
Although-
Lion King.
Although the best Spider-Man of all time now is not Tobey Maguire, and it's not Andrew Garfield, and it's not Tom Holland.
It's Jake Johnson.
It's fucking Jake Johnson.
Hobo Peter Parker.
Hobo Peter Parker is the fucking best, man.
It's not John Mulaney as Spider-Ham.
No,
it's,
he is the best one.
All right.
It is great.
Yeah, he's really good.
Okay, Lion King.
A live action, non-live action.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I want to see that.
That's
Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino. All right.
Yep, 9th film.
Last?
We'll
I
see.
thought he was in 10.
Was he?
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
I'll watch that.
I haven't seen one since the second.
Fast and
I know,
Furious should not present anything.
And you didn't want to watch all of them. We discussed that last year. After
I watched the 127 movies,
4 and up are not bad. I just like this because Statham and
you see that Danny DeVito got cast in the next Jumanji movie?
yes, there's somebody else too. Aquafina, Asian actress, big glasses. She was on Girl Code. She was in Crazy Rich Asians.
You're speaking a different language right now.
She hosted SNL like 2 weeks ago.
Don't know who that is.
Oh, she's funny.
Her name's Aquafina?
I mean, it's,
Or is that what he calls
it's-
her?
No, it's her name is Aquafina in her. I don't know if I'm assuming it's not her real name, but it's spelled like awkward. Aquafina.
Okay.
Okay. It Chapter 2.
I didn't see the first one still.
What?
Bill Hader's going to be in it.
I want to watch Barry. Have you seen? You know what that is?
That was a very quick connection between Bill Hader's in it, and you want to watch the show that he's in.
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. But
He
I know
plays
it.
a serial killer that's taking an acting class, and Henry Winkler's in it, and I really want to watch it. And when we get HBO,
It's on
Now.
HBO?
now,
HBO
yeah,
now.
we're about to cut the cord finally.
Yep.
No more DirecTV. We're going YouTube TV.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, her cousin had it in Sacramento.
And-
$40, you get like 60 channels.
I knew they launched it
Free
remember
cloud
hearing- like
downloading.
a year or something ago.
How do you stream it?
I think the app, right?
Like a YouTube app?
Yeah.
It's all cloud downloadable, so there's no like
$40
DVR.
and there's no, you get a month free trial and there's no contract. Unlimited
then.
recording, and it's got like, we were watching football. I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay,
It's- Yeah.
Right? Okay. Downton Abbey.
The movie.
The
there
movie.
you go, Corey.
Zombieland 2.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Long
surprised
time
you
coming.
didn't see Overlord.
I wanted to, but it's tough, man.
Okay. Joker.
I'll go see that.
That's Phoenix,
I'm on
right?
board. Well, Mark Maron's in it. We're on
Mark
it.
Maron's
We're-
in it.
We're on it.
The Goldfinch.
What's that?
Katrina, which one's that?
Enzel Egatort. I totally
Oh,
butchered
yeah, that
that.
makes sense.
Sarah Paulson, Jeffrey Wright, Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, tear fest.
Frozen 2.
Finally.
I seen the preview for that.
Yeah.
Untitled Terminator movie.
You keep it untitled.
That's not
Oh.
coming out this year then.
It
That's
says
with-
November 1st.
That's
Yes.
with what's her face, Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
just a
isn't
whole-
it?
She is back as Sarah Connor.
That's just a holding date.
Okay.
That won't come out.
Death on the Nile.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Star Wars.
What's that?
And that is it.
I played Clue for the very first time in my life last week.
And he lost.
The board game or
Yeah.
the movie?
The board game.
You seen the movie?
Yes.
Did it help?
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, we're talking about movies, and I wanted to see that movie with Hemsworth, the El Rey.
Bad Times of the El Camino.
Yeah,
Vic watched that,
I don't trust Vic's judgment on many things.
and I'd heard about it before. He says, "It's all right." It's
I
from
heard it was
Redbox.
really good, but it was long. Well, we got Tag and Blockers through Redbox.
Okay.
Tag was not the best movie, but it was just a fun movie to watch.
Could you tell that?
His arms were broken?
Yeah,
No, not really.
not like Superman's mustache.
No,
It wasn't quite.
Did he break him during the movie?
I think so.
I don't know, just part
Because he was doing some pretty crazy shit.
Yeah.
CG man.
Okay, so when they were trying to tag him in that movie, it went like Sherlock Holmes
Slows
with Robert
down.
Downey Jr., where it slows down. He's like, this person's
Thinking.
going to be doing this, and this person's going to be doing
That's
this.
cool.
It was fun.
Hannibal Buress needs to be in more movies.
He
by the way.
does.
Like,
Too busy on the Eric Andre show.
God, that
I'm
show was...
sure.
But he was the in Blockers, right?
He was in both those movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a nice stepdad
Yeah.
kind of guy.
Boyfriends.
Which was better, Blockers or Tag?
I like Tag better.
And I did not hate Blockers, by the way.
Because of the ending.
It wasn't a great movie, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Jake Johnson is Spider-Man, man. That's the thing right now.
I'm gonna carve out a time to go see it.
It's so good.
It's worth it.
Maybe it'll be a cheer me up after on Sunday in the afternoon.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope not, but maybe.
Yeah. What's funny is like I watched the second half of that game. Like, I'll watch the playoff games even if it's the Chargers. Even though, like I said, I'm not a Chargers hater, but I'm not a Charger fan. I'll just watch it because it's football. At this point, if Rivers would have won a Super Bowl, I wouldn't be like, "Damn, they left." I'd be like, "Good for him." And that'd be about it. But I watched the second half of the game, and I was gonna watch the game this weekend. It's a 10 a.m. game, right?
Yes.
James, who I never fucking see, he's like, "Let's go to brunch on Sunday at 9:30." I'm like, "All right."
I can't remember. Do they have TVs there? They might have it on.
They probably will, but I'm not gonna bend my plans around any football anymore. Period. Like, I don't care enough.
Once Rivers is done, I might do that. I don't know how I'm gonna feel if it's not the guy that I've watched for 12 years.
It's more about fantasy football for me now.
Yeah.
Like, I care way more about
Or
that.
just in caring about the game, like the sport for me, like how they play and the coverages and stuff.
Yeah, I don't
I
care
find
about
more interest in that than rooting for a team. I have a bet with a coworker. She's a New England fan. So the bet, and I suggested this specifically because she does not have a jersey. As I said, whoever loses has to buy the winner a jersey.
That's expensive.
Yeah. Well, I figured I kind of snuck it in there as like a nice gesture. If she wins, then she gets something she doesn't have because she's from Maine and she just moved out here, doesn't have any money. And then if I win, then I get a new jersey.
and
So
she doesn't
you're-
have any
and she
money, so
doesn't
you're
have
gonna
any
take the
money.
money from this lady if you win.
Yeah. And then
Give me
anyway.
a jersey.
I like our chances. But this is not a sports podcast.
Have you heard any of the Galaxy's Edge stuff that's come out?
What?
No.
The new Star Wars line?
The what?
The new Star Wars line at Disney?
Robert is reading up on this like crazy.
No.
I didn't even watch
All I
the
know is I
trailer
won't go there
for
till
it.
like 2022 because I don't want to deal with it.
Oh my god.
Well, the prices are going to be too expensive for you to go by then. Because Disneyland already
yeah, like a
increased
minimum,
prices.
like a minimum park hopper now is like $150. But
That's not too expensive. It's expensive.
It's
but-
For
gonna
a
be
family, that is ridiculous.
Oh well, yeah. That's you. That's you people.
It's
That's
gonna be
not me.
it's gonna be
Brian's going solo.
100% interactive, like the entire land.
Okay.
Like
the
the ground?
shops, you're not going to see any Mickey ears. You're not going to see any merchandise like that. It's all going to be stuff that would be like that's going
found
to
at
be
that port.
Yoda ears and
No.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they already have like
You-
the
you
Star
ju-
Wars area in Futureland or
They have
Tomorrowland.
plenty of
It's-
hat stores throughout the park. They don't need to have that stuff.
Well, when
in
you
there.
go to like the Harry Potter stuff, it's completely immersive to where you can't see the rest of the parks. You can only buy stuff there that would be there. You can't buy other Universal stuff. But not only that, but like there's going to be 2 rides, but the main ride is it's going to be 6 people flying the Millennium Falcon. And depending on how you do in that, if you do really shitty, the characters in the park are going to be able to interact with you on how you do the ride. So like if you fly the Millennium Falcon really well, the rest of the park will interact with you as opposed to that. Like, or if you lose your cargo, stormtroopers will come up to you, or bounty hunters will come up to you. Like, I'm reading all this shit and I'm like, this is fucking
How do they
nuts.
know?
I don't know, but they spent like billions of dollars on this land.
Well, they can't. Yeah, they get one chance to.
They're going to
fuck
tag
it up.
you and microchip you when
With,
you go on the ride.
Maybe they make those wristbands like standard.
No,
With,
they inject you with a microchip.
With
You're going to feel a tight pinch.
like Harry Potter, you have the interactive wands.
Yeah.
There's going to be a droid shop where you can build your own droid that's going to interact with the stormtroopers and other things around that land. There will be nobody
Great.
selling stuff. It'll be all aliens from those planets. The main place you can barter with the guy.
No.
It sounds fucking crazy. And it'll be open next time we go. We're gonna go in October. But
Good luck getting through.
Well, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do the. You can buy the Max Pass. I think as soon as I get in, I'm just gonna buy the Max Pass and try to get a Fast Pass for something during the day. But
I can just buy it on our phone
yeah, if not,
before we go in.
if I will go walk around the land, but the rest of the park's gonna be slower because of that.
Oh, for sure.
They can't let any
Just
more
imagine that
people in
place is
than
going
the
to be like
Max.
during the Halloween party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I think I read online that
What?
the max capacity for Disneyland is 95,000.
If the all-in-one land, though.
Yeah, the rest of the place will be like,
Empty.
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I was reading up on it. And I'm like, this because it opens in June.
You look excited.
It sounds neat. Like, I've been to Diagon Alley. I know how interactive that is, and I know how cool of a place that is. And Disney's trying to just take it and just fucking kill it. We walked around Pandora and Avatar Land too, and it's just so immersive. Like everything.
It was beautiful.
And you're just like, holy shit, how did they do this?
You're going to have to tell me again when you go out there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. My dad's already like, whoever wants to stay, just stay.
Sweet.
Sleep on the floor.
Yeah, when you have a 5,000 square foot house and you don't care if who comes and stays. And like you said, it's just you.
He'll just rent a car and be gone.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So, you have anything else, Katrina?
They cast the prequel for Game of Thrones.
I didn't know any of the actors. I mean, I already know
Grindelwald. The guy who plays Grindelwald, the young one.
Oh. Cool. I mean, I know Naomi Watts, but other than that, I heard there's going to be no Targaryens and no dragons.
The young Grindelwald?
The one that
And
steals the wand.
The one that steals the wand.
He's in it for like a split second.
Okay. Because I saw the pictures too, and it mentioned somebody was in that movie, and I was like, I don't know, must have been a background character.
You got to assume that Naomi Watts is dying first season, right? Since she's the only known actress.
Yeah. This is the cast for the pilot, and sometimes
get
things change.
Yeah.
Like the lady who played Catelyn Stark got
Marty
changed.
McFly.
Yeah, that was her name.
Yeah.
Stranger Things season 3,
July
Almost.
4th, right?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
that's
it'll be
stupid.
through like the summer movies.
Yeah.
Friends
like
from
summer
College
80s
starts on
movies.
Friday.
Does it?
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the whole first season.
Oh, it's so fun.
You get like hammered drunk and put that on, and
So
like
much fun.
I go to sleep, and I wake up at like 2 a.m.
I'm
You're watching
laughing.
it.
I like it.
Except now we don't have a TV in our room. So.
Isn't Fred Savage in that movie?
He
Or that
is.
show?
So is Billy
He's
Eichner.
great. He's getting married. He's gay in this show.
He's getting married in the show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's married
To Billy
in real life.
Eichner.
Oh.
What's
You
funny?
retweeted something like it was a text message conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Billy
was fun.
Eichner is like very monotone in that, which is so out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
because
he's
everything
very
else he's
calm.
like
Really
screaming
on the
at you.
street, yeah.
And he's not that.
No,
normally.
he's not.
He's so good in
He's
Parks
very
and Rec.
Craig.
Parks and Rec is good.
That'd be probably be my show of the year if we were talking about shows that we didn't watch till.
Peaky Blinders.
I like it more than Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is a good show though.
No, but you got The Haunting House.
It didn't stick the landing.
It didn't stick the landing.
So that ruined it. Like,
The last 2 episodes.
A bad
completely-
ending can ruin a movie.
Yeah.
Can ruin a show.
so all that build up,
Yeah.
I got let down.
Like I'd say the first 8 episodes I'd give a solid A to, and then the last 2 I'd probably give a C.
Episode 6 was
Yes.
badass.
Yes.
Yes.
And now the
Agreed.
Marvel movies shows.
Marvel shows.
Which ones did we finish? We finished Jessica Jones.
And that was garbage.
Yeah.
And then we started watching. I'm behind.
We finished
I know
Luke
Punisher
Cage.
comes out this month too. I liked Luke Cage,
The ending I didn't like though, with
I
him
only
taking
watched
over
The
the
Punisher.
club.
but I've watched Parks and Rec twice this year. So I mean,
What other shows
liked
did
it
we
a lot.
watch?
And when did you start?
We
Like,
watched
before
Glow.
Comic-Con or
That was
after?
great.
oh, Glow is excellent. Glow is excellent.
What about Fuller House season 4?
I
my
haven't
God,
watched a
no one
single
watches
episode
that.
of that. I didn't like Full House. I didn't like Married with Children. I don't like Wonder Years.
We watched Easy
You're just
too.
picking those two.
But I just don't like those. Like I was like we're talking about 90s sitcoms. I liked Step by Step. I liked Family Matters. I like I did. I like
too.
Step
I still
by Step
partial
was my
to it.
favorite though.
The girl that I don't remember her name, like Charlie, like the tomboyish one, the
That
short
ended up
one.
being like gorgeous.
I love her.
Patrick Duffy, Suzanne
love her.
Summers, and the guy that was in Bloodsport 2 that beat his wife.
The big guy.
Cool.
Yeah, Cody.
He was in another movie where he gets out of a car and is really like roid ragey, and then the main character in that movie decided to not try to fight him. But I don't remember what movie it was. Now I'm gonna look it up.
Hobo Spider-Man was so good. So we're gonna be interviewing the chairman of Comic Fest next weekend, and he put out a meme, and it says, "The Spider-Man I modeled my life after," and it's the animated Spider-Man, and he's like, "And the Spider-Man I became," and it's like Hobo Spider-Man, and it's actually part of like it like got a lot of traction and a lot of like play online, and now it's part of whatever the meme.
It took over.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he'll be here next Saturday. I don't know when the episode will go up, but we'll be talking to him about San Diego Comic Fest, which I am very ashamed to say I haven't been to, but we'll try to change that this year. They're doing the celebration of the 25th year anniversary of Spider-Man the Animated Show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
make you feel old.
a little bit. I love that show. That was, one of the things that really got me into Spider-Man.
I was X-Men.
I think Spider-Man was a little bit better than X-Men, but I enjoyed both those cartoons a lot. I've told the story about how I got into Pokemon, right?
No.
I used to watch. Did you ever watch cartoons like before you went to school?
Yeah.
Like you're eating cereal, watch cartoons. X-Men was on at like 7 or 7:30 every single day, and
You
then
took the time slot and you got pissed off.
and one day it was just off, and Pokemon was on, and it was the first episode. And I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And that led to me watching all that, and then me and Rocco from Mega 64. He had Pokemon Blue, I had Pokemon Red, so we'd play.
Good times.
Yeah, we'd play after school. We were in the same carpool, so we'd play after school and stuff. What you got, Katrina? I need to get some sleep.
You do. We can stop if you like.
What do you got? Let's finish up with whatever you got.
Well, I have plenty of things. Like there's Margot Robbie being Barbie in a movie.
You mean she's just looking exactly like she did in Wolf
I
of Wall
guess
Street?
so.
Live action animated.
Live action.
Wolf of Wall Street. Well, she was naked.
Like, is it she comes to life like Enchanted?
She will star as the iconic doll in a live action film that is due to be released next year.
I mean, if there's a funny like tongue in cheek, like I'm alive. I was a doll. This is
Didn't
a
they
real
already
world.
do
Like the
that
Naomi-
with Tyra Banks?
Yeah.
Life size?
Never saw it. I don't know.
I never saw it, but yes.
You understand the premise.
Fish out of water story.
Star Trek 4 is officially shelved.
Oh.
Shelved?
yeah, they canceled it.
Really?
What were they going to do with it? Like, what was the premise?
I
Did
don't
they
know.
even have one?
The first female director for the
Bas-
series.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's the lady who's directing the Game of Thrones pilot, and that's one of the things I said. And she's going to direct Star Trek. I'm like, okay, cool.
It was canceled.
When, like today?
I saw it yesterday,
That's funny.
Well, she left production.
but they canceled it. I mean, it's
Outside of entertainment news, did you guys hear about the woman in the vegetative state who gave birth?
yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
She's in a coma
Did-
for like 9 years.
Okay, you haven't
and had a
heard about
baby.
this?
She gave birth or they induced labor? There are
No.
two different things.
No, they did not know she was pregnant till she went to labor.
And she was in a coma for like 9 years.
Yep. And
And the
So
head,
So
there are
someone
some
raped her.
questions.
well, the
Yeah.
head of the
She's-
head of the place has resigned.
Yeah,
Whether it was him or he didn't pay enough attention. to
Under
what was
his
going on.
watch. Yeah.
she's in a facility where they're paid very well to take care of her and keep her alive, give her sponge baths every day.
It's not the first instance that something has happened at this
And-
place either.
It just surprised everyone, nurses and doctors, when she went into labor one day and they delivered a healthy baby. And then questions are asked.
Where does the baby go?
I
ward
imagine
of the
somebody. She must have family. Somebody's paying for
If
this.
the family's paying for it, I mean, I'm assuming that family.
And
would take
I don't know
over.
if that's a blessing or a curse for the family. Like, it sounds like she's like late
carry on the
20s.
memory.
Yeah,
of the-
extension of the mom.
Yeah,
but-
granted, they don't want it.
but
Like
it's a rape kid.
how it happened, but
Except if you read it, it says sexually assault, and I'm doing air quotes.
Yeah, that lady.
It's like
was
Kill
raped.
Bill.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what I think of, right? But I don't know. What's more disturbing, the fact that somebody got in there and committed the crime and got away scot-free, and for who knows how long, or that nobody noticed she was pregnant the whole time she missed
Well,
her
if they didn't
periods.
have heart, like,
I read that. I don't know.
how
True-
old is this lady?
Matter of fact, late 20s. That and she's in there because she almost had drowned.
She may not be having her period because there's certain things in like hormones and
Well, it's not just that,
fats
but I
and
mean,
stuff
she
like
would be gaining weight in that area.
The article did mention that
not
or,
necessarily.
whether it was
I mean,
a
yeah,
guess
that's true.
that she hadn't menstruated in 9 months and nobody picked up on it. I don't know.
Speaking of disturbing, I don't want to get too far into it, but are you following this R. Kelly shit?
Yeah, because that came out
halfway.
the Lifetime mini documentary.
Yeah, it broke the record for views on Lifetime.
Yeah, I heard. I didn't watch it, obviously.
We watched the first
but-
2 episodes.
Okay,
The guy's a fucking monster.
I think it gets more and more disturbing
It
because the last
does,
episode just had everybody up in arms. And for years, I've been hearing stuff about R. Kelly being like, what's the
It
word?
gets really
Manipulative and really crazy.
Rapey?
It
That's
goes-
the correct
no,
word.
It goes beyond that. It's
That's
like
accurate.
he has these women believing that like he's God.
It systematically eliminates their supportive.
Yeah.
He's
support
holding them
system.
hostage.
No, but if you ask them if they're fine, they're convinced that they are fine. But he has them do demeaning things, and he like is such a psychological like mastermind. He could be a cult leader, legitimately. That's probably what you might call him.
Yeah.
If he's manipulating, and it's not just like
I
one.
don't know
It's
much staircase.
Let's watch it.
Sorry.
but anyway, I don't know what if anything's ever going to happen to him. I don't think,
Oh, they just opened up a criminal investigation
opened
against
up
him in
a-
Georgia.
And in Chicago.
and all the women will say he's fine. You don't treat
No,
me
not
bad."
no,
anymore.
not anymore.
They had multiple women on this documentary that are calling him out for stuff that he did to them.
Okay, I wasn't sure what became of. I heard some people didn't want to go on and talk about bad.
Some
about R.
people
Kelly.
didn't, and there's a lot of people who aren't talking.
John Mayer said something, but a couple others like people who've worked with him.
John Legend is going after
Sorry,
him.
John Legend, not me.
Oh, John Legend is going after him.
Yeah,
Chrissy Teigen's funny.
Yeah, she is. But his older brother is like, well, his preference is just younger girls. I like older women. Go figure. And I'm just like,
Yeah, 12,
No.
that's kind of a line.
after the whole golden shower incident.
well, I
like,
felt really bad for one of these girls that is talking, and she was like 19, which is old enough for consent. But he's forcing her to have a threesome with a 16-year-old that she later finds out is 14 years old. So not only is he, raping this 14-year-old girl, but he's getting another girl to.
and he's like legitimately. I know he blackmails. He gets them to confess to things that, like. So I imagine in that aspect, he's blackmailing that woman. Like, you've done a crime too. You go to
Yeah,
jail.
probably.
So
I
there's
haven't
a
been.
whole circle of like psychological madness.
Well, it's not only that. The whole thing with Aaliyah, he paid her parents $100.
I haven't been watching as closely as Katrina.
$100.
$100 because they got married when she was 15.
So he gave him $100.
And they made them annul. Well, they had the parental right to annul the marriage because it wasn't legal.
She died 18 years ago.
The biggest thing that, because it's like time has passed so long because of that, and I always think about, because we're mostly 34 right now, all of us except Corey.
Corey's
Well,
31.
mostly.
You're 31.
yeah.
So that means we've been out of grade school for 16 years.
Okay.
We've been out. It's just weird to me that from like kindergarten to like senior year is the longest period ever. And we've already done that plus like most of elementary school again. That just blows my mind sometimes when I think about that. But yeah, 18 years ago is like
A child. That's an adult
such a
now.
long fucking time.
9/11 was a long time ago.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, it was 17 years.
Well, it's 2019 now. I mean, so yeah.
Side note, one of my other favorite shows, The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I wanna watch
We're
that.
gonna watch it eventually
Do
too.
it. Shit's funny.
You know what that's about?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
It is. It reminds me a bit of the baseball show you were watching.
Brockmire that I stopped watching.
Yeah. But it's if you stop watching it, I don't think you.
I
He stopped
completely
watching Marin too.
Yeah, I stopped watching Marin. He had his own show. No, it's like I'm 100% okay with a show having a political message, whichever way that it leans. I don't really care. It's, but if I'm watching a show for strictly comedy, and it's been strictly comedy for every single episode for multiple seasons, and then all of a sudden it takes a turn at a snap to be
A race matter.
a race matter, which I understand. There's racial matters and stuff. But it caught me so off guard that I was just kind of like, I don't want to watch this right now. And I'm sure I'll pick it back up, but it kind of turned me off to it. Or like Marin was like, it's funny, and then all of a sudden it became depressing, and I'm like, for
And druggy.
Yeah, for 3 seasons you're just doing comedy, and then all of a sudden you want to turn it into something different. I'm like, I don't want to watch it. That's probably why I got canceled after season 4. Yeah, so
I started the 3rd compendium.
how you liking it?
I mean, it's
pretty good, huh?
Where are you?
I delivered to the first book, so I don't. It's when you find out that Bulletproof is not like brothers, like you get the whole story about how the brother died and how he made it up, and then his parents are dead.
I need to reread that.
Yeah,
It's good
It's a
stuff.
good story.
I got through I did the last half of the 2nd compendium last weekend when I was house sitting, and so now I'm doing this one, and this is all new to me now, so it's all
That's cool.
brand new.
Fresh.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I might get a little bit in tonight. We'll see.
Get ready to cry.
All right, I will. You
I had
look tired.
Huh?
You look tired.
He
I'm
is
not.
very.
You're not tired at all?
No? Are you kidding?
Yeah, I need to take some.
Yeah, you
I don't know if I'm
do.
gonna take
I can hit you
melatonin
over the
or-
head too.
I might take Myocalm. It's good stuff. It's all-
Myocalm.
Yeah, it's all natural. It's a natural like muscle relaxer, but it also has to deal with kind of the same effects as like melatonin. I bought it at my chiropractor.
I need to call him.
Yeah, I like him. We're not going to talk about that on here. But no, we'll end it there. We're going to have some more Patreon episodes coming up. We're going to do let me look up his name real quick so I can
Plug it.
plug him
Early
properly.
bird Comic-Con hotels are up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Matt Dunford.
Already.
He is the chairman at San Diego Comic Fest, and that is coming up. What is it? March 7th. Really? That many days?
How long is it?
7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So Thursday through Sunday. I wonder if
Oh.
Thursday's just a setup day.
Maybe.
I don't know. But that's if you're into comics, it's a really intimate comic thing. I haven't been yet, but it is supposed to be like the comic book convention for comic lovers. So that's I believe it's at the Town and Country. Now I'm going to keep looking. But we're going to interview him, talk about some of the stuff they've got going on.
We'll get more details.
Yeah, we'll get more details from him. The Sheridan 4 Points. But yeah, we'll talk about that more next week. I had something else, but I don't remember what it was.
And then we're going to turn this off and we're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm sure. But now that the holidays are over, we'll be getting back to once a week, plus maybe these lunch break Patreon episodes, plus Katrina, Alan, and I are going to watch
Lots of movies.
We've got 127 movies on our list.
Ugh,
Yeah.
it's so many.
Some of them are long, like I've never seen Ben-Hur.
Oh, God.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the
Drop in.
Wind.
That's 8 hours of goodness.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is
long movie.
You should send me this list.
You want to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you going to find all these movies?
I have it. We have the list.
Yeah, we have the list.
No, the movies.
Oh.
Like, is it? Now you just got to pick and choose, like, streaming sites? Well, one place has this movie.
Mm-hmm.
One has this. Or you going to just buy it all on YouTube?
I don't think that's how YouTube TV works.
No, if you go to type
you
in
can
movie
buy-
on YouTube, it says you can buy this movie. It's just like Amazon.
We showed. We were watching, or we were doing the movie thing, and I said something. No, it was Gone with the Wind is the highest movie.
Rated movie?
It's the highest grossing movie adjusted for inflation
Okay.
Of all time.
of all time. And I was like, have you ever seen the Pillow Talking video? Like I was asking Alan.
He's like, what?
And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, Lil Dicky, the Pillow Talk video. He's like, no, why? And I was like, yes, because
Did you
like,
put it on?
yeah,
I
it's like the
did.
24th most expensive video ever made.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, and if you think about like the stuff that's in there with like the aliens and the dinosaurs. And
Yeah.
All the animation.
I mean, I assume some of these videos probably are super expensive, but whatever.
in the first 2 minutes, he's like, this is fucking terrible.
And then he
And
goes
as it
on.
keeps going, he's like,
Okay.
what? And then he's like, and John C. Reilly's in, and then he's like, and then when his brain comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shit's funny. But that'll be this week's episode. You gonna say something real quick?
No, I was saying that was the first Little Dicky thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot.
It's a good video. But that's this week. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at 9to5nerds. Katrina is, you want to say it?
what is it?
At 9to5nerds, PRODCR. Brian is, you want to plug your Twitter account?
Yes.
It's
Which one is it?
Coach B.
I know I have two now.
Yeah, I know.
Coach
I got
B.
followed by somebody. I was like, what's going on?
84. Coach BP84.
No, that's a different one. It's just God, it's my last name. So B Passifume 84.
And Corey, is there anything you want to?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And then you can also follow 95 Nerds on Facebook and on Patreon. So
Get to it.
Do you tag the guests on when you tweet them out, when you tweet out the videos or the podcast?
He usually doesn't know.
sometimes, but it depends how many characters I have.
One day I'll get back into doing the Facebook.
One day.
I posted it yesterday.
I saw. It was a very not succinct description. But that's okay.
Non what?
Succinct?
What's that?
I don't know what you're trying to say. Spell it.
Succint. Succinct?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's trying to use college words on us.
Succinct.
Okay.
It means like brief and clearly expressed.
It's very that. Is
You
that
need to be
what you're saying?
very not
succinct,
that.
Robert. You succinct,
No,
you
it's
motherfucker.
succinct.
Anyway,
Anyway.
it's because the more things you say in your description on iTunes, the more people can find what you're doing.
What's another word for very verbose?
What?
I need another word for succinct. I want you guys to go.
Do you know?
Succinct.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, it's easier to. Yeah,
The more-
there's like buzzwords or
The more
keywords and
words
stuff.
in there. So I just copied and pasted. I'm not. She's doing the titles now. I'm not doing them anymore. Do you know what last week's episode is called? Corey, the
Press on Nails
podcast
Girl.
that you're on, Press on Nails Girl.
There's a title before that somebody told me the title of it. I'm like, who picked that title? I can't remember who brought it up.
Me.
Yeah.
It wasn't Anthony. It was somebody else. You know, okay, no, it was like off air. I was at my grandma's house for Christmas, and like Forrest knows we do this, but I don't tell my cousins or then we're not super close.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt mentioned something about it, and they all looked it up. I was like, yeah, what the heck? And I can't remember. Somebody else in my family said, oh yeah, I know they had a podcast. And they probably all started listening. But then when I brought up the title of the last episode before that, I'm like, the fuck made up
Get
that
involved, man.
name? You
Yeah,
have to tell me the episode name. So
I
I'll
gotta
ring a
look
bell.
real quick, and then we gotta go because
And they asked me what it was about. I said, I have no fucking idea.
'twas the second tardy and no one was waiting.
Probably. And I said, what's that about? I don't know.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
Oh god, wait, no, that's. Yeah, I guess that would have been it.
Probably. It sounds about right. It was something just... I don't know what we talked about, bro. That title doesn't help me.
Sometimes I'll make a title. Sometimes I'll just pick out a line from the episode. Like you said, there's you going, press on nails, girl. Like 3 times in the last episode.
Yeah, and you didn't understand what that meant.
No.
Okay, so now that reminds... Yeah, I get why you named it that.
I named it
You
that.
as fake as press on nails, girl. That was a Scary Movie 1 quote.
So that'll be this week's episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back soon.